How to set a self-study routine. In the contemporary landscape of lifelong learning and personal development, the ability to effectively engage in self-directed study has become an indispensable skill. Whether you are a student seeking to deepen your understanding of academic subjects, a professional aiming to acquire new expertise, or an individual driven by a thirst for knowledge, the establishment of a consistent and productive self-study routine is paramount to achieving your learning objectives. However, navigating the complexities of self-directed learning without the structured environment of a traditional educational setting can be challenging. It requires discipline, motivation, and a well-defined framework to guide your efforts. This comprehensive guide will delve into the intricacies of setting up a successful self-study routine, providing a step-by-step approach to help you cultivate a sustainable and rewarding learning practice. The journey of establishing a self-study routine begins with a crucial phase of introspection and goal setting. Before diving into the practicalities of scheduling and organization, it is essential to clearly define your learning objectives and understand your personal learning style. This foundational understanding will serve as the compass guiding your self-study endeavors, ensuring that your efforts are focused and aligned with your aspirations. The first step in this initial phase is to identify your learning goals. What do you hope to achieve through self-study? Are you aiming to master a new language, delve into the intricacies of a specific historical period, acquire a technical skill, or simply broaden your general knowledge? Be specific and articulate in defining your goals. Instead of stating, "I want to learn about history," consider specifying, "I want to understand the causes and consequences of the French Revolution." Clearly defined goals provide a tangible target to work towards and make it easier to track your progress. Once you have identified your overarching learning goals, it is beneficial to break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Large and daunting goals can often lead to procrastination and a feeling of being overwhelmed. By dividing them into smaller steps, you create a sense of progress and accomplishment as you work through each task. For example, if your goal is to learn a new programming language, your smaller tasks might include completing an introductory online course, practicing basic coding exercises, and building a simple project. Simultaneously, it is crucial to understand your personal learning style. Are you a visual learner who benefits from diagrams and videos? An auditory learner who absorbs information best through lectures and discussions? A kinesthetic learner who learns by doing and experimenting? Or perhaps a read-write learner who prefers written materials and note-taking? Recognizing your preferred learning modalities will allow you to tailor your self-study methods and resources to maximize your comprehension and retention. Experiment with different learning techniques and reflect on what works best for you. Furthermore, consider your motivation and interests. What subjects genuinely captivate your curiosity and inspire you to learn? Choosing topics that align with your interests will make the self-study process more enjoyable and sustainable in the long run. While there may be subjects you need to study out of necessity, incorporating elements of your passion into your self-study routine can provide a much-needed boost in engagement and motivation. Finally, take some time to assess your current commitments and available time. How much time can you realistically dedicate to self-study on a daily or weekly basis? Be honest with yourself about your existing responsibilities and avoid overcommitting. It is better to start with smaller, manageable study sessions and gradually increase the duration as you establish a consistent routine. With a clear understanding of your learning goals, preferred learning style, motivations, and available time, you can now move on to the crucial step of designing your self-study schedule. This involves strategically allocating specific time slots for learning and creating a structured framework for your study sessions. The first key element of a successful self-study schedule is consistency. Aim to study at the same time each day or week. If possible, this helps to create a habit and signals to your mind that this is a dedicated time for learning. Whether it's early mornings before other commitments, lunch breaks, or evenings after work, choose a time that you can consistently adhere to. Next, allocate specific time blocks for each subject or task. Avoid trying to study multiple unrelated subjects simultaneously, as this can lead to mental fatigue and reduced focus. Instead, dedicate focused blocks of time to specific areas of study. The duration of these blocks can vary depending on the complexity of the material and your attention span. But generally, 45 to 60-minute sessions with short breaks in between can be effective. Experiment with different time block durations to find what works best for your concentration levels. It is also important to prioritize your learning tasks based on your goals and deadlines, if any. Determine which subjects or tasks require the most immediate attention and allocate your study time accordingly. Consider using a planner, calendar, or to-do list to organize your tasks and ensure that you are making progress on your most important learning objectives. Furthermore, be realistic and flexible when creating your schedule. Life happens, and unexpected events can disrupt even the most well-planned routines. Build in some flexibility to accommodate unforeseen circumstances. If you miss a study session, don't get discouraged. Simply adjust your schedule and get back on track as soon as possible. Consider incorporating different types of study activities into your schedule to keep things engaging and cater to your learning style. This might include reading textbooks, watching educational videos, listening to podcasts, practicing exercises, writing notes, or engaging in online discussions. Varying your study methods can help to maintain your interest and reinforce your understanding from different perspectives. Finally, schedule regular breaks. Trying to study for extended periods without breaks can lead to burnout and decreased productivity. Short breaks of 5 to 10 minutes every hour can help you to refresh your mind and maintain focus. Use these breaks to stretch, move around, grab a drink, or simply step away from your study material. Longer breaks should also be incorporated into your weekly schedule for rest and rejuvenation. Once you have a well-defined self-study schedule, the next critical step is to create a conducive learning environment. Your physical surroundings can significantly impact your ability to focus, concentrate, and absorb information effectively. Choose a dedicated study space that is free from distractions. This could be a desk in your bedroom, a corner of your living room, or even a quiet spot in a library or one coffee shop. The key is to have a designated area that you associate with studying, which can help to mentally prepare you for learning. Ensure that your study space is organized and clutter-free. A messy and disorganized environment can be visually distracting and make it difficult to find the materials you need. Keep your desk tidy and ensure that all your study resources are readily accessible. Pay attention to ergonomics and comfort. Choose a comfortable chair and ensure that your desk is at an appropriate height to prevent strain and discomfort during long study sessions. Good lighting is also essential to reduce eye fatigue. Natural light is ideal, but if that's not available, use a desk lamp that provides adequate illumination. Minimize potential distractions. This includes turning off notifications on your phone and computer, informing family members or housemates that you need uninterrupted study time, and avoiding distracting websites or social media platforms. Consider using website blockers or productivity apps to help you stay focused. Gather all the necessary study materials before you begin your session. This might include textbooks, notebooks, pens, highlighters, electronic devices, and any other resources you will need. Having everything within reach will prevent you from having to interrupt your study flow to search for materials. Consider the ambient noise level. Some people prefer complete silence while studying, while others find that a low level of background noise can be helpful. Experiment with different noise levels to see what works best for your concentration. If you are easily distracted by noise, consider using noise-canceling headphones. Personalize your study space to make it motivating and inspiring. This could involve adding plants, artwork, or other items that you find visually appealing and that create a positive learning atmosphere. With a well-defined schedule and a conducive learning environment in place, the next crucial aspect of establishing a successful self-study routine is selecting and utilizing effective learning resources and techniques. The vast array of resources available today offers both opportunities and challenges. It is essential to choose resources that are relevant to your learning goals and aligned with your learning style, and to employ study techniques that promote deep understanding and retention. Begin by identifying credible and reliable learning resources. Depending on your subject of study, this might include textbooks, academic journals, reputable websites, online courses from established institutions, educational videos, podcasts, and documentaries. Be discerning in your selection and prioritize resources that are accurate, up-to-date, and presented in a clear and engaging manner. Explore different learning formats to cater to your preferred learning style. If you are a visual learner, focus on resources that incorporate diagrams, charts, and videos. If you are an auditory learner, seek out lectures, podcasts, and audiobooks. If you are a kinesthetic learner, look for opportunities for hands-on practice, experiments, or simulations. If you are a read-write learner, prioritize textbooks, articles, and note-taking. Implement active learning techniques to enhance your understanding and retention. Passive reading or listening is often less effective than actively engaging with the material. Some effective active learning techniques include note-taking. Summarizing key concepts and ideas in your own words helps to solidify your understanding. Experiment with different note-taking methods, such as linear notes, mind maps, or Cornell notes. Questioning. Asking yourself questions about the material as you learn encourages critical thinking and helps you identify areas where you need further clarification. Summarization. Regularly summarizing the information you have learned in your own words reinforces your understanding and helps you to recall key concepts. Teaching others. Explaining concepts to someone else is a powerful way to test your own understanding and identify any gaps in your knowledge. Practice and application. Actively applying what you have learned through exercises, problem solving, or real-world applications helps to solidify your understanding and develop practical skills. Spaced repetition. Reviewing material at increasing intervals over time helps to strengthen memory and improve long-term retention. Consider using flashcards or spaced repetition software. Self-testing. Regularly testing yourself on the material you have learned helps to identify areas where you need to focus more attention and reinforces your understanding. Utilize technology tools to enhance your self-study. There are numerous apps and software programs available that can help you organize your study materials. Track your progress, manage your time, and access a wide range of learning resources. Explore note-taking apps, flashcard apps, productivity apps, and online learning platforms to find tools that suit your needs. Be critical of the information you encounter. Evaluate the credibility of your sources and be aware of potential biases. Cross-reference information from multiple sources to ensure accuracy and develop a well-rounded understanding of the subject matter. Finally, adapt your learning resources and techniques as needed. What works well for one subject or topic may not be as effective for another. Be willing to experiment with different approaches and adjust your strategies based on your progress and understanding. Establishing a self-study routine is not merely about scheduling time and gathering resources. It also requires cultivating the necessary mindset and maintaining motivation. Self-directed learning demands discipline, perseverance, and a proactive approach to your own education. Set realistic expectations for yourself. Learning takes time and effort, and progress is not always linear. There will be times when you feel frustrated or discouraged. Acknowledge these feelings but don't let them derail your efforts. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small. To maintain motivation, develop a strong sense of self-discipline. Without the external structure of a classroom setting, you need to be able to hold yourself accountable and stick to your study schedule even when you don't feel like it. Remind yourself of your learning goals and the reasons why you embarked on this journey. Stay motivated by connecting with your why. Regularly revisit your learning goals and reflect on the benefits of achieving them. Visualize your success and how your newfound knowledge or skills will enhance your life. Keeping your motivation at the forefront of your mind will help you to persevere through challenges. Break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. This can make daunting goals feel less overwhelming and provide a sense of accomplishment as you complete each step. Seek out support and connect with other learners. Join online forums, study groups, or connect with individuals who share your learning interests. Discussing concepts with others, asking questions, and sharing resources can enhance your understanding and provide a sense of community. Reward yourself for your efforts. Acknowledge your progress and celebrate milestones. This could involve taking a break, indulging in a hobby, or treating yourself to something you enjoy. Positive reinforcement can help to maintain motivation and make the self-study process more enjoyable. Practice self-compassion. There will be times when you struggle or fall behind schedule. Be kind to yourself and avoid harsh self-criticism. Learn from your mistakes and view setbacks as opportunities for growth. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Adequate sleep, regular exercise, And a balanced diet can significantly impact your cognitive function, energy levels, and overall well-being, all of which are essential for effective self-study. Regularly review your progress and adjust your routine as needed. Self-study is an ongoing process, and your needs and circumstances may change over time. Periodically evaluate the effectiveness of your routine and make adjustments as necessary to ensure that it continues to support your learning goals. Finally, evaluate your progress and adapt your routine. Self-study is not a static process. It requires ongoing reflection and adjustment to ensure that you are making effective progress towards your learning goals. Regularly assess your understanding of the material you are studying. Use self-testing, quizzes, or practice exercises to gauge your comprehension. Identify areas where you are struggling and revisit those topics for further review. Track your progress towards your learning goals. Keep a record of the topics you have covered, the resources you have used, and any assessments you have completed. This will help you to see how far you have come and identify any areas where you need to dedicate more time and effort. Reflect on your learning process. What study techniques are working well for you? What resources are most effective? Are you staying on schedule? Be honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses as a self-directed learner. Be willing to adapt your routine based on your progress and any changes in your circumstances. Your initial schedule may need to be adjusted as you gain a better understanding of the material or as your other commitments evolve. Don't be afraid to experiment with different study times, durations, or methods to find what works best for you at different stages of your learning journey. Seek feedback if possible. If you are studying a subject where you can connect with mentors, instructors, or peers, consider asking for feedback on your work or your understanding of the material. Constructive criticism can provide valuable insights and help you to identify areas for improvement. Celebrate your achievements. Acknowledge and reward yourself for reaching milestones in your self-study journey. This will help to maintain your motivation and reinforce the positive habits you have developed. By consistently evaluating your progress and adapting your routine accordingly, you can ensure that your self-study efforts remain focused, effective, and aligned with your evolving learning goals. In conclusion, setting a successful self-study routine is a multifaceted process that involves careful planning, the creation of a conducive learning environment, the selection of effective resources and techniques, the cultivation of a motivated mindset, and ongoing evaluation and adaptation. By following the steps outlined in this guide, you can develop a structured and sustainable approach to self-directed learning that empowers you to achieve your educational and personal development goals. Remember that consistency, flexibility, and a genuine commitment to your learning are key to unlocking the transformative power of self-study. Embrace the journey of lifelong learning and enjoy the rewards of continuous growth and discovery.